really serious question for you guys. How would you like to win the bike you're looking at right now, the one I'm riding? Because you could win that bike and these 3 bikes here, Beta, KTM, and Yamaha, by visiting my website on April 15th through June 15th of this year. Every $5 you spend gets you entered in to win this YZ250FX and the Beta 300RR and the KTM 300 XCW TPI. All the details will be on dirtbikechannel.com on April 15th, and it runs for about 60 days through June 15th, so head on over there and check that out. Okay, let's get back to the riding here. So this ride happened about a month ago in southern Utah, and as you can see, it's kind of greasy in some of these spots. So I'm just kind of taking it easy in a lot of these corners because I can tell it's slick. And even when it dries out, there was still a little bit of slickness to it. You'll see me just tuck the front wheel up here in just a minute. Just wasn't really on my game. Can't really blame the bike or even the conditions. I lost my front wheel in a spot that I shouldn't have. But a lot of people have been asking me about how good this bike is in technical stuff. Well, this I don't classify as technical terrain. This was just fun terrain, but it's not slow enough that it was really a problem. Let me shut up here for just a second and watch you let me wash this front end out.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I don't know what is up.
That's just me talking to the other guys, Tyler and Garrett, on the Cardo headsets that we were using that day. And I'm just like, I don't know what's up. Because before that, I had stalled the bike and twisted my ankle. I guess and my ankle still hurts. I think I've got a high ankle sprain from it. And I just wasn't on my game. The day before was a day that I had tumbled the Beta down hills and just, I don't know, I was struggling. But the point is, this bike in terrain like this, it was awesome. Like, as long as we could keep the speeds up, it was super, super good. And I've taken the bike in a few places now where when the speeds are low down in first gear, it's not a lot of fun to ride because it's obviously it's a 4-stroke. It stalls a little bit more easily. And then when it does stall, it's slower to start. It's not like, it doesn't just like fire back up like to life super quickly. Now, there are people that have told me, hey, you need to get the ECU reflashed, and maybe I will do that. It seems to have gotten better on the starting. Like it's happening faster and faster the more hours that I put on it. But I think I've plateaued now where it's not like it's not getting any better as far as how quickly it's starting. I've tried different maps and things, and sometimes it starts really easily, sometimes it doesn't. But the problem is when you've got guys behind you and you stall the bike or something, and you can't get it running again, then everyone's waiting for you, and it's kind of annoying. So that's kind of a problem. Most, like a trail like this though, when we're in second gear and sometimes third gear, it's usually not an issue, and the bike is super fun to ride in this type of terrain, as long as you don't have to really get going slow in first gear. And even if you're in first gear, it's fine as long as you can keep the speeds up. If it gets technical and rocky and you're going super slow and feathering the clutch and stuff, not my favorite bike to ride in that situation. Another thing to mention is the bike is freaking loud. I've got a couple of helmets, and some of my helmets actually kind of deaden the sound more than the others, and I prefer to ride this bike with the quiet helmets, the ones that deaden the sound more. I did put an aftermarket silencer on the bike and a muffler, and I do think actually that helped bring the noise level down a little bit, because with the stock muffler, and I think on this ride I had the stock muffler on it, and it's just kind of deafeningly loud, especially when you're used to riding 2-strokes. This sucker is just, it's kind of deafening.
Just saying the ridge dead ends. I'm gonna go take a look at it. I'm still here. It's hard for me to hear when I'm on the gas.